What's going on? Welcome back to the vlog. Thanks again for joining me. During the school year, the Friday vlog is going to be a compilation of a bunch of stuff that I film in the classroom throughout the week. Obviously, I'm not in the classroom, so during the summer, I want to reserve it for talking about something to do with the classroom or education related, something that's on my mind. I feel like this is an important message, and I want to share it with you, and it's my warning to you for this school year. Teaching is hard. Teaching is incredibly difficult, but it's also incredibly rewarding. And it's also the type of profession where you are interacting with a lot of other teachers. More than likely, you're going to be interacting with a lot of other teachers at varying levels of experience. Some teachers who are fresh and new into the game, and some that are on their way out. And my warning to you is this. It can be very, very easy to fall in the trap of being negative. It can be very easy to get into that glass half empty mode where you are constantly complaining about these kids. Oh my gosh, these kids. Oh, these kids aren't as good as my last year's kids. Oh, it's all these kids. It's these parents, these kids, this community. It can be so easy to get caught up in that garbage and talking that way. And if you surround yourself with those types of people, you know who that is, the complainer, right? The one who's always complaining. It's always someone else's fault. The district is doing this, the state's doing that. Regardless, you still gotta teach. Try to stay away from, as much as you can, sometimes it's unavoidable, try to stay away from situations when the conversation starts to turn negative. And if you have to interact, if you're on a team or you have to interact with someone who tends to be more negative, then try to spin it in a more positive light or try to change the subject. It can be very easy to fall into that trap, and it can be very draining to your passion and your excitement. It's hard to be the one that's excited when everyone else is not. It's very hard to be that. And so try to surround yourself with other people who are excited for teaching and learning. And if that's not at your school, if you don't have a lot of teachers that are as excited as you, reach out to online communities like here on YouTube or on Instagram, where you'll see a lot of passionate, dedicated teachers who are excited about talking about teaching, and they don't complain. One pitfall, one place that, in my opinion, it's darn well a cesspool of negativity, and not always, but a lot of times it can be, is the teacher's lounge. I avoid the teacher's lounge like the Black Death. Just because it can turn pretty negative pretty quick in there. It's where people go to vent and complain, and everybody needs to complain and everybody needs to vent from time to time. I get that. I do as well. But if that's all you're around all the time, then it's going to start to switch your mentality, and you're going to start thinking that way, like, oh my gosh, these kids. And yeah, you know what? Last year, I had a rough group. I'm not going to lie to you. And it was very difficult. It was probably my most difficult year of teaching. But complaining to kids isn't going to get you anywhere. Yeah, sometimes some of my students were just acting fools, and that's just all there is to it. Sometimes your kids are just going to act up, and it doesn't have anything to do with any outside influences or anything. Sometimes kids will be kids, and they'll just act a fool, right? But complaining about it and going, oh, these kids, or these other teachers, or this community, or these parents, it doesn't do anybody any good. Where is the positivity from that? Nothing is gained by doing that. So turn the conversation around. What can we do better? Is there any PBIS things that we can do for school-wide to get some of our students that are having trouble to behave better? How can we involve parents in the community better? And please, please, for the love of God, don't do this. Don't involve yourself in any type of gossip, please. Talking about other teachers behind their back in the other classrooms. Oh, did you hear what Miss So-and-so did? Or did you hear what Mr. So-and-so did? Or I can't believe that. Stop it. Just stop it. Mind your own business. It's not your business. It's not anybody else's business. Leave everybody alone. Do your job. Like, there's a school environment can turn toxic so very quickly. It can turn so toxic so quick when teachers start talking about other teachers behind their backs. It's just not a good situation. Everybody has their own situation in life and in teaching, and everybody does things differently. Everyone's different. Leave them alone. Let them be. Let them teach how they want to teach. It's not your business to talk about them. If you have an issue with somebody, go right to the source. I did a teaching tip video not a while back now about how to deal with difficult coworkers. I'll link it up if you want to check it out. But basically what I was saying was, don't be a difficult coworker, right? Don't be that person who is talking about other people. Don't be that person who's dragging other people into your drama. School isn't a place for drama. It's a place for teaching and learning. It's not a place for that. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because I know what it's like to teach in a school with no toxicity at all. Everybody supports each other, and when you have that scenario, when you can be in that type of environment, then amazing things will happen for your students and for yourself. Teaching is a marathon. The school year is a marathon. So much focus is put on students and test scores and curriculum and lesson plans. A lot of times we forget about the teachers, our mental health and well-being. It's a marathon, and surround yourself with positive people who like their job. Don't be hanging around the people that it's Tuesday and they go, oh, is it Friday yet? Oh, is it Friday? No, it's not Friday, it's Tuesday. Like, if you don't like it so much, get out. Like, positivity. It's a long, long race this school year. So if you're surrounded by positive people, you stay away from gossip, and you try to spin things on a positive light and talk about what you can do to help or make things better instead of focusing on why everything is wrong, you're going to have a much better school year this year. And the final thing that I'm going to say is something that I've said a lot. I've said it in vlogs, I've said it in teaching tip videos. This is kind of my mantra. I will fall on this sword. This is my thing. Living every day to the fullest. Don't worry about, plan ahead the weekend, but you can't just live your week and go, oh, I can't wait for the weekend, and just breeze through all the weekdays. This is your life right now. Monday might be the last Monday you get. Cherish that Monday. So what I'd like to do is I like to have every day, something planned every day, and it really helps me to have a routine. So for example, on Mondays, my wife, Kristen, she has a college class that she has to take for her work. So I have the evening to myself. So that's my personal night. That's when I get caught up on some Netflix that I've been missing out on, or I play video games, or I read. That's when I have time just to myself, and that's how I spend it. And I look forward to Monday nights. I'm like, oh yes, can't I get some time to myself? You know, it's exciting for me. Tuesdays, we meet up with our friends, Nick and Becca, for supper. We alternate. We go to their house, they host us, they come to our house, we host them. We alternate every week. That's one way to make sure we get to see friends every week, because I know weekends get so crazy and they get so full. We always get to see our friends every week this way, and it's a nice routine. Wednesdays, Kristen and I call it Reset Wednesday. What we do is, and it's about halfway through the week, many times we will eat out to get some food, pick up some food, take it home, watch a movie, reflect on the first part of the week. It's just kind of like a lazy night, for lack of a better term. We don't do a whole lot more, especially in the winter, and that's really all you can do around here, at least in the north. As you can start to see, we have different things planned on different nights to look forward to. That way life doesn't just pass us by, and we really do, it really does enhance the school year. When you are looking forward to every day, you get up and you're excited, you know you're going in to do something that you love, and then you have something to look forward to at the end of the day. I'm telling you, it really helps. You probably know the feeling of you're at work and you go, oh yes, I remember now, tonight we're doing that thing, and you get real excited about it and it puts you in a good mood. Well, what if that was every day? What if that was every day? So my challenge to you is find those things that make you excited. It doesn't have to cost money. It doesn't have to be elaborate. It could be a putting puzzle together night. It doesn't matter. Whatever you like to do, whatever makes you happy, put that in your week. Maybe Monday night is your whatever night. Tuesday night's your whatever night. Coordinate that with your husband, your spouse, whatever, and then it'll fully enhance your week, and it'll help you stay positive, and you can be the beacon of light for your school of positivity when other people start to be negative. So, a little bit of a ramble there, a little bit of a rant, but I just wanted to kind of just talk to you about that today. It's my warning, I guess, my how to survive the school year, if you will. My Mr. Thain school survival guide, if you will. But, that's kind of, if you've watched a lot of my vlogs, you'll notice a lot of the same themes and tones. Got a big camping trip coming up this weekend. I can't wait. It's a murder mystery. I'm going to vlog it. It's going to be fun. Find your gift, share it with the world, and remember, you are worth it. See you tomorrow.